Allez, petite troisième partie sur Genshin où je termine avec Fontaine. En vrai, ce fut quand même pas mal, mais bon, tant que je termine un petit peu avant.
Navia! Oh, it's you. Hey, what is that? I'm here to update myself on how things are going here. Hmm? Oh, the Fatui are here too. Ah, let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snežević. He represented the Knave in sending us a large amount of supplies, and is helping with our work. Our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work is progressing nicely. We've lost a lot of people, but we're moving forward. That will have to be enough.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially like that article you wrote last year about Fontaine's stray cats. But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here. We just happen to share the same interests as the Spina.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple as possible. Or would you be willing to feature as friendly neighbors?
That would be fine. Thanks.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction materials. It'll be another hour before the workers are able to go over there.
Huh? You're here too, Clarand? Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Farina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat. All right. She really came here to help me out.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision-makers. And, well, I do already happen to be connected to Mr. Callis.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know, about how you felt before the duel, about what it was like facing down a god. There's lots of exciting material there, I bet.
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that, Miss Charlotte.
I see you're the same as always. Couldn't you do me a favor, for Navia's sake? Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take a few more photos of me. Or of the Traveler. It's better than wasting time persuading Chlorand, at any rate. Of course I will. I'm not gonna let her off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up. And smile. How did it go? Was it a good shot? Did Paimon look cute in it? Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots. All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to the news, and freshness is the key. Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might eventually get that interview with you after all, Miss Chlorand. Wow, you really do have that never say die spirit. I'm impressed.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Maripede.
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me make a guess too. I asked Sijuin, who told Monsieur Nervillet, and he told you, right?
That's a very complete information chain.
In truth, all Monsieur Neuvillette asked me was, when did the fortress become so friendly towards the media? I told him that it was best not to speak too soon. There's no guarantee that Ridesley will make a personal appearance.
You're right. I've got to treasure every moment I have with them. In which case, I'll be making a move first. Stay safe now. And tell me if you hear anything interesting. I'll treat you to afternoon tea in exchange.
Allez, maintenant on retourne à la forteresse de Méropide. Punaise. Ah, par pitié. Ah, cette forteresse.
Wow, guess we're here again, huh?
There's a real nostalgic feeling to this place.
Looks like you've been missing us.
Duke! Did you come all the way to the entrance to greet us?
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and our dear
Oh
Miss
punaise,
Charlotte,
mais sa
whom our
forteresse
good
c'est pire
head
que
nurse
Sumeru.
recommended to me.
It's an
Ah,
honor
au
to finally
secours.
meet the much-rumored Duke. Thank you for consenting to my visit to the fortress, sir.
No need to thank me. But that said, I shouldn't be the focus of your interview. I trust you recall our agreement?
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. I've already taken all the photos we need. Miss Charlotte, do these pictures really need to be published on the cover of the Steambird?
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her face to appear beside that of Mr. Jurier, hmm?
Sir, please don't say things like that.
But it looks like dear Mr. Jurier denies it. Might this interview be very important to you then?
No, I just... This is my first time being interviewed, and I'm very thankful to the Steambird for...
Now, I might not look
Eh ben, décidément, ça promet. Hein.
the boat that brought about a miracle, the ark that saved... Still, if I might ask... Huh. Looks like Charlotte's trying to get herself another exclusive scoop.
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory.
Really? Well, then in that case...
Décidément.
I have an inter...
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps...
Did you really have to use the word? Well, then, 2 solo photos...
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone help me have a...
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try...
Ah, see...
Hop, mon
Hey,
fonce
Miss Charlotte. Sure. Huh? Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at the
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone
Punaise,
some
d'accord.
changes,
Charlotte
but
et
this
singe
place is
derrière.
still more or less the same.
Other than that flying ship, it got a tad too much attention,
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward...
You're too kind, sir. I believe that you too should have...
I see. Lots of things happened that day, huh?
He sure did win them over.
I'll tell them that there's good news and...
Eh ben, ça va être long.
What change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along, and so will mine. As to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the over...
Hey, everyone. The photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go.
There'll be a...
Maybe. Who knows? I might write a story about... All right. Last stop, the docks.
Bien, on nous ramène à... D'accord, on nous dit de nous ramener au tout début. Là où j'aurais dû être, où j'aurais dû passer, mais il y en a plein qui avaient... Enfin...
Adventuring is right up my alley.
Je sais bien que je m'y prends pas bien, mais bon. On m'a avoué 4 tempêtes, hein. Oui. Hop là. Décidément. Je vais légèrement monter, hein. Pas ce qui paraît, il y en aurait pour 20 ou 30 ans avec le moteur de Genshin, mais ce serait surtout pour en savoir combien de temps l'argent que vous avez dépensé et les comptes vont tenir sur Genshin. Ou si un Genshin 2, si les informations de mes Genshin vont passer.
Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Limmy and the others.
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte, too.
Would you like a magic pocket? What sort of gadget is it? It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. The water level has returned to normal, but if you see any of your things floating around, you can use this to carry them. Trick a friend. You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
Is this what you meant by...
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your contact, please?
Lynette sure is working hard to help Fremine socialize.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to...
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pear as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future, I think we can leave underwater escape magic.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Ça va être long.
Oh, it'll work out. Every journey begins with the first...
Lynette, could you come over?
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. Father says that you did a great deal during the latest events.
That's all right. We were more than happy.
Oh, I guess you haven't heard. After Lady Farina left, Father and Monsieur Neuvillette opened negotiations, during which he gave Fontaine's gnosis to her as a diplomat.
A diplomatic gift?
Yes, I was quite surprised at first. It could have been done as an apology
sont
for the
cons.
incident with Lord Child.
Si,
Or as thanks
derrière
for his help
l'espèce de
in
grosse
tying me
machine.
all. Furthermore, Father did all...
That's true, but this is a gnosis.
I would agree, but I've...
So
Parle
there's...
de l'espèce de pièce d'échec quand même.
Isn't he real busy and... But back to the topic. The gnosis was given to the knave, right? What about Child?
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds. I hear that the recent disaster really did a number...
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of run-ins with the Fatui.
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Ah bah Harley, décidément.
Well, well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the traveler by chance. Please do not pay my...
Are you going to take the gnosis?
That is our duty as harbingers, yes. Don't be too preoccupied with sides. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire... Switching my masks is something I've always done. Well, that depends on many things. No one truly knows what the future holds. As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and
J'espère qu'elle m'accordera un fight, surtout.
A vision. All right. I'll remember to return it. Thank you for keeping it safe for...
And that's a wrap for me. Huh?
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken...
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about it. The sea breeze is quite
Décidément, ça va être long. Au revoir.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, traveler, Paimon, you take...
To move things about?
That's right. Funny, I guess this must be life. All right then, we'll be handing...
Well, guess we sent Charlotte off. Shall we go see what Neuvillette's doing? As long as he's not so busy that he doesn't have time to chat.
Mais c'est pas ça. Bon, alors, du coup, oui, c'était fait pour ma bannière de moi la nuit et Chaska. Et non, je vais pas claquer des trucs, pouvoir monter un Bennett. Ce serait totalement con et irresponsable en plus. Ne m'en veuillez pas trop de ce que je dis, j'essaie juste d'être réaliste. Je fais mes trucs pour augmenter un personnage 4 étoiles, même si c'est l'un des plus puissants. Je verrai, mais pas pour le moment. Déjà, hop, je me permets d'offrir ça, parce que oui, j'ai fait 2-3 petites aventures, pas grand chose, mais au moins. Voilà, niveau 18, hop là. Une clé de fontaine. Voilà. Objectif, tenter de ramener ce genre de trucs là. De toute façon, on a tout le temps. On va aller rejoindre vite fait Neuvillette pendant l'épisode. Hein. Désolé hein, si ça dure. Hein. Mais c'est le jeu qui est long. C'est le jeu. Oui, le jeu. Attends, dans l'opéra. Attends, me dis pas qu'il y a à nouveau dans l'opéra de merde. Non, il est pas dans l'opéra de merde. Oh, par pitié. L'opéra que je commence à plus pouvoir me voir en peinture, lui. Par contre, la Maverick ancien.
Fortress! Ooh, he really is there!
Alors, je sais bien que le décor est splendide, quoi, hein, par rapport au personnage de Neuvillette, mais quand même. Mettre tout le temps là, je vois pas l'intérêt.
So, you really are here, Neuvillette? Paimon didn't think you were going to have free time this hour of the day.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to greet me earlier when he passed this way. In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting, so I may explain some things that I haven't had the time to before.
Aw, Paimon's glad that you remembered. Thank you for keeping us on your mind, what with you being busy and all. Alright, let's have it then. How was Fontaine actually saved? The whole business is still quite the mystery to us.
It is strange how words can often leave a bitter taste in the mouth when it finally comes time to say them out loud.
Whoa. So that's what happened? Focalor destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a fully fledged elemental dragon sovereign. But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontainians from dissolving.
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontainians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics. But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood, after the fashion in which life was first brought into being on this planet. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontainians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the primordial sea.
Focalor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come true while saving everyone. Yeah, and in a manner of speaking, Focalor finally managed to fulfill the original Hydro Archon's wish to turn Oceanids into real people too!
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Oh, that's right! They say you...
Leaving aside their intentionality, the two Fatui Harbingers have their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least at this point, would seem to be the Oratrice has ceased to function. The Hydro Archon's divine throne is now no more, and as such, it has lost all meaning. For if the Fatui have impure designs, then we might as well accede to their request now.
What complicated considerations? Paimon thought...
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Ok. On va voir
You will
si-
soon be heading to Natlan, I presume. I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel. As far as I'm aware,
A nation of dragons?
no, I suspect that I would not find myself. Unlike ancient dragons, such as myself, the dragons of Natlan have undergone long years of... Natlan is also the nation of war. There is one other piece of information I
Eh
got
ben enfin, je vais
incidentally
pouvoir
from my
partir voir la
negotiations with
région
the
de la guerre,
harbinger
même
known
si
as
on
the
a encore
captain.
pas mal de
has
choses à
thrown-
faire.
Captain. Sounds like a real tough customer. Seriously, everywhere you look, there's a Fatui Harbinger doing their thing.
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before going to Natlan. In the meantime, ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Et l'avenir de Fontaine, vite fait.
Ah, Lady Farina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post. I related Focalor's words to her faithfully and completely. After hearing them, she seemed neither saddened nor comforted. She simply said that she was tired. Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the opera house. Not unlike...
But she's still...
You need not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for... In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. The wear and tear on her... But now that she no longer has to play the role of Focalor the Hydro Archon...
What about you then? What are your plans now that you've regained your full...
After Focalor passed on, the Oratrice also... This matter will directly affect our trials. After much careful consideration, I've decided to take over its role in our court.
Looks like you're still considering stuff from the perspective of the Udex, huh?
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power... As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must first and foremost continue to serve Fontaine as its highest judge. Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem, which is that the Opera House...
Le dragon d'Inazuma qui avait foutu la merde qui s'est retrouvé à mourir. Et celui scellé parce qu'il a pété un câble de façon malfaisante. On parlait de celui du Rhin. C'est enfin, celui qui va devenir du Rhin.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Bon, après,
I have
Tartare,
investigated
c'est
his
le dernier.
case along many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young. But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough to consider him the root cause of the... As for the judgment passed by... Whether it was due to that liability by association, or Focalor deliberately used...
Guess Focalor had Fontainians in mind the whole time. In the end it was... hang on a second. Back when Fontainians hadn't yet become real humans, were the children they had also
Life has always flowed like water. Do you recall how Fontainians would often come to the...
Yeah! Lynette said the fountain is where all the waters in Fontaine...
In truth, even those couples did not know that such prayers were no mere custom. Those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would later...
Paimon sorta gets it.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Ah, c'est bon.
Hang on a sec. When we spoke to Lenny earlier, he mentioned that we guessed that there might be some reason for it that...
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence
Décidément.
division. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting ready to share something with you. In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Ah, il a parlé à Skirk. C'est un fameux de l'histoire en plus.
Well, we're going to head topside to see what's going on. You hurry over soon as...
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here. I can finally catch the scent of your power. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before.
I do not know what you...
Of course. You should have the remains of the third descender on your person.
Remains? I've never heard of it.
According to your...
Well, that much is true. After Focalor's divinity faded, but I fear I have never heard of it described in the map.
I've been training with my master, the Fowl, ever since I was young. And I have never returned to this. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity.
Après Focalor, lui, il est à rencontre de Skirk.
Which is why there are so many problems in our attempts to... Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune.
Encore une exerceur, à mon avis, qui vient donc à Impactford, mais qui a changé de dimension.
But once a person dies, the bonds he once had with this world shall all turn.
What do you mean?
Raiden.
No need to fret. These are just my personal thoughts.
Ah oui, d'ailleurs, c'est Jing Liu.
Attends,
c'est Jing Guan ou Jing Liu? Jing Guan, c'est Petit. C'est bien Jing Liu. Le chara design s'approche beaucoup de Jing Liu. Alors, ce serait peut-être Skirk à l'avenir. Que les attaques glaçantes et le fait d'être aveugle, mais ensuite elle a le même yeux rouge. Forme apprentie, donc du coup, ça, on peut supposer que c'est Skirk soit plus tard, soit c'est une forme alternative à Skirk. Encore une fois de...
Whether it would prove useful or...
The remains of The third
Les
descender?
histoires tragiques, ça
So
ressemble
that's what
exactement au
gnosis
même.
actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces. How could they be a person's remains?
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or
And she
Elle a dit
said
qu'elle
that
s'en
would
foutait,
bring
ce
this
c'est pas
fortune and
étonnant,
that
mais
you
bon.
should check it. Which is why you gave
if she speaks the truth, then I would.
Attends.
I had guessed that you might already be familiar with this concept. That means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly. I wonder.
like being able to use elemental powers? No, let's not think of comparing the Traveler to the dead third descent. That's what you say, but this topic still feels like... Once child recovers, let's get some more answers.
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking.
Alright. Whatever the case,
Yes. All of Focalor's effort.
but she sacrificed herself in the end as a god, and she suffered.
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will. I suspect not. But once in a while, I
Absolument.
guess that if
Même si elle est
wishes were
morte,
like the clouds in
théoriquement,
the
il
sky,
manque au
they will
trio.
one day return to the
Pour moi, il y a un
earth as
trio à
raindrops.
Fontaine. Hein.
Life flows like water.
Malgré le fait qu'il ait rendu ses pouvoirs à
The
Neuvillette,
water levels may sometimes tilt
il
one
manque
way or
une
another,
partie.
but the rain falls. And what ultimately is the difference between the rains that fall?
Allez. Finito. Oui, on va pouvoir aller dans la pseudo-nation de la guerre. Enfin. Par contre, je sais pas si j'ai pris le bon dernièrement. Elle quoi? Elle est parlé à une mission de... Fais chier. Ah, bah au moins ça c'est fait. Alors, il y en a plein, ils vont me dire, ah ouais, mais non. Shadow, tu te trompes. Dans Genshin, je pense pas comme ça. Je sais. Déjà, sachez que j'ai pas pensé intentionnellement. Temporairement, Bennett, tu t'en vas puisque là, hop là.
This world is full of unsolved.
Attends, hop. Ça, je m'équipe de elle et je rajoute la petite. Ah, bah il m'en manque une. Ah d'accord, la sixième c'est en régénérant des PV, d'accord. D'accord. Bon bah ça va me faire bizarre, mais objectif la nation du feu de Natlan, hein, à savoir la perso la plus boostée.
Thank you for complete.
Voilà. Hein. Je m'explique pas la dernière mission. Non, pas ça. La dernière mission. Non, ça je m'en fiche, voilà. Histoire du... Hein? Oh, je sens que ça va me faire débloquer un truc à la con. Je ferais mieux de laisser l'épisode là, la partie fumée rouge, je vais vous empêcher de la voir. Hein. De toute façon, je vois pas l'intérêt. Hein. Vous avez déjà joué ou c'est déjà ce qui va se passer. Et sinon, pour les autres, au moins, vous aurez vu la fin de Fontaine. Bye bye!